Have you ever wondered how some companies can keep running for years without making any profits? How do they survive? What are their secrets? And what are the consequences for the economy and society? In this video, let's explore the fascinating and puzzling world of nonprofit companies and reveal some surprising facts and insights. First of all, let's define what we mean by non-profitable company. A non-profitable company has a negative net income, meaning that its expenses are higher than its revenues. This can happen for various reasons, such as high cost of production, research and development, marketing, or expansion. A non-profitable company can also have a positive net income but a negative cash flow, meaning that it spends more cash than it generates. This can happen when a company invests heavily in assets, such as equipment, inventory, or acquisitions. A non-profitable company can also have a positive net income and a positive cash flow, but a negative return on equity, meaning that it earns less than the cost of its capital. This can happen when a company has a high level of debt or a low level of profitability. Now, you might wonder why anyone would invest in a non-profitable company. What's the point of running a business that doesn't make money? Well, there are several possible reasons. One reason that the company has the potential for growth and innovation. Some companies are non-profitable because they are in early stages of their development, or they need to invest a lot of money in creating new products or services or entering new markets. These companies may not be profitable in the short term, but they have a vision and a plan for the future, and they hope to become profitable in the long term. For example, Amazon was non-profitable for many years, as it spent a lot of money on building its online platform, expanding its product range, and developing new technologies, such as cloud computing and artificial intelligence. Eventually, it became one of the most successful and profitable companies in the world. Another example is Tesla, which is still non-profitable, as it invests heavily in developing electric vehicles, batteries, and solar panels. But it has a loyal customer base and a strong brand, and it aims to revolutionize the transportation and energy sectors. Another reason why some non-profitable companies keep running for years is they have a loyal and supportive customer base. Some companies are non-profitable because they offer products or services that are not very profitable, but that have a high social or environmental value. These companies may not make a lot of money, but they have a mission and a purpose, and they attract customers who share their values and beliefs. For example, Patagonia is a nonprofit clothing company, as it spends a lot of money on environmental and social causes, such as donating to conservation groups, supporting organic farming, and promoting fair trade. But it has a loyal and passionate customer base who appreciate its quality products and its commitment to sustainability. Another example is Wikipedia, which is a nonprofit organization that provides free and open access to information for everyone. It relies on donations and volunteers to keep running, and it has millions of users who benefit from its service. A third reason why some non-profitable companies keep running for years is that they have strong and stable financial backing. Some companies are non-profitable because they have a high level of debt or because they face a lot of competition or regulation. These companies may not be able to generate enough cash or profits to sustain themselves, but they have access to external sources of funding, such as investors, lenders, or governments. These sources of funding may have different motives and expectations for supporting the non-profitable companies. Some may be looking for a return on their investment and hope that the company will eventually become profitable or be acquired by another company. Some may be looking for a strategic partnership and hope that the company will provide them with some benefits, such as access to new markets, technologies, or customers. Some may be looking for a social or environmental impact and hope that the company will contribute to the greater good. For example, Uber is a nonprofit company that provides ride-hailing and delivery services. It has a high level of debt, and it faces a lot of competition and regulation in different countries. However, it has raised billions of dollars from investors, such as SoftBank, Google, and Saudi Arabia, who believe that it has a huge potential for growth and disruption. Another example is WeWork, which is a non-profitable company that provides co-working spaces and services. It has a high level of debt, and it faced a lot of criticism and controversy for its business model and governance. But it received massive bailout from SoftBank, which owns a majority stake in the company and hopes to turn it around. A fourth reason why some non-profitable companies keep running for years is that they have a competitive advantage or a niche market. Some companies are non-profitable because they operate in a highly competitive or saturated market, where they have to lower their prices to offer discounts to attract customers. These companies may not make a lot of profits, but they have a loyal and niche customer base who prefer their products or services over others. For example, Spotify is a nonprofit company that provides music streaming and podcasting services. It has a high cost of licensing music from artists and labels, and it faces a lot of competition from other platforms, such as Apple Music, Amazon Music, and YouTube Music. However, it has a loyal and niche customer base who enjoys its personalized playlists, recommendations, and exclusive content. Another example, Netflix, which is a non-profit company that provides video streaming and production services. It has a high cost of producing original content, and it faces a lot of competition from other platforms, such as Disney+, HBO Max, and Amazon Prime Video. But it has a loyal and niche customer base who love the variety, quality, and exclusivity of the shows and movies. A fifth reason why some non-profitable companies keep running for years is that they have a legal or contractual obligation or a social or moral responsibility. Some companies are non-profitable because they have to comply with certain laws or regulations or fulfill certain contracts or agreements that limit their ability to make profits. These companies may not make a lot of money, but they have a legal contractual obligations or a social or moral responsibility, and they simply cannot quit or close down. For example, Boeing is a non-profitable company that produces and sells airplanes and aerospace products. It has a high cost of developing and manufacturing its products, and it faces a lot of legal and regulatory issues, such as the grounding of its 737 MAX jets after 2 fatal crashes. However, it has a legal or contractual obligation to deliver its products to its customers, such as airlines and governments, and it has a social or moral responsibility to ensure the safety and quality of its products. Another example is American Red Cross, which is a nonprofit organization that provides humanitarian aid and disaster relief. It relies on donations and volunteers to operate, and it faces a lot of challenges and risks, such as natural disasters, conflict, and pandemics. However, it has a legal or contractual obligation to adhere to its charter and principles, and it has a social or moral responsibility to help people in need. So, as you can see, there are many reasons why some non-profitable companies keep running for years. They may have a potential for growth and innovation, a loyal and supportive customer base, or strong and stable financial backing. But what are the implications of this phenomenon for the economy and society? Well, there are some positive and negative aspects. On the positive side, non-profitable companies can create value and benefit for their customers, employees, partners, and communities. They can provide new and better products or services, create jobs and opportunities, foster innovation and creativity, and solve social and environmental problems. They can also stimulate competition and diversity in the market and challenge the status quo and the established players. On the negative side, non-profitable companies can create risks and costs for their investors, creditors, suppliers, and regulators. They can lose money and waste resources, incur debt and liabilities, face legal and ethical issues, and damage their reputation and credibility. They can also distort the market and create unfair advantages or disadvantages for themselves or others. Therefore, it's important to evaluate and monitor the performance and impact of non-profitable companies and to balance their benefit and risk. It's also important to understand the motives and expectations of the stakeholders who support them and to align their interests and incentives. Ultimately, the goal of any company, profitable or non-profitable, should be to create value and benefit for all and to contribute to a sustainable and prosperous economy and society. So don't miss out on our amazing content. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below, and we're going to try to answer them as soon as possible. Thanks for your time and attention, and we're going to see you in the next video. Bye.